Hey BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you're new to me and this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello, what's up? My name's Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So I hope that's why you're here, because that's what's going to be happening today. If you are not new to me, thank you for always tuning in and continued support. I really do appreciate it. So today for you, as you can tell from the title of this video, is my February TBR. I themed this whole TBR around love because what happens in February? It's Valentine's Day. And I just wanted to revel in some romances. So if that sounds like something interesting and you would like to find out what books are going to be consuming my world for the next 28 days, because it's not a leap year. 28 days, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, let's get talking some books. Okay, so yes, all of these books, as far as I know, are romances. There is one that I don't really for sure know because it's an arc, and it didn't really specify any type of romantic nature in the synopsis that I was given, but who knows? I could be pleasantly surprised. And if there isn't any romance, I'm sure I'm still going to love it just the same. All right, so I'm gonna do this just like I did my January TBR. I'm gonna break it down to categories to kind of help keep it a little bit more organized. And the first category we're doing is arcs. So I have one arc this month, and that is A Shadow of Theron, Age of Shadows, book 1 by Catherine Troy, and it looks like this. Catherine found me on Instagram and asked me if I'd like to review her book, and the synopsis that she gave me sounded really interesting. We have some holy relics that have remained from this past battle and the sacred legend of Theron, and they are starting to disappear. And then we have a person posing as a masked protector and a pair of priestesses that are working, I guess, together to hunt these relics down, but they find out from these speaking stones that this wicked sorcerer Argos, who was in the original battle where these relics were originally used, is coming back. So they have to find these before this battle happens. And this is the first installment to, I think, is going to be a trilogy. And this is not a debut novel. This woman has written other works. I got to kind of peruse her website for a little bit, and a lot of this stuff looks really interesting. I think this cover is stunning. I love this mask component. I'm getting kind of Phantom of the Opera sort of vibes. I highly doubt this has anything to do with Phantom of the Opera because it doesn't even sound like anything, but that's the vibe I'm getting with the style of mask. So who knows? I have no idea, but I will be doing a full book review on this, as that is part of the deal with this one. So I will not be discussing this in my weekly wrap-ups, but you will get a full book review on it. So thumbs up, 2 thumbs way up, and let's hope this is good because it looks really promising. I also do not know the age range. I don't know if this is young adult or adult, so I will be pleasantly surprised probably either way. The next books I have are from my read-alongs, and the first read-along I'm participating in is, of course, the SJM read-along hosted by Jen over the Book Refuge. I will link her down below. We are still in it, but we were almost done. We have 2 more months of this read-along, guys. 2 more, and I will have read all of Sarah J. Maas's published works. Holy shit. If by now you are not familiar with the SJM read-along, this started back in April of 2022. Jen over the Book Refuge decided to organize this read-along to read everything that Sarah J. Maas wrote in publication order so we could find connections and tie-ins with all of her books. And this month's installment, I am dying to pick this up. I'm so excited. Oh my God, it is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, people. The final, I guess, installment to the ACOTAR series. I know the ACOTAR series is really just that main trilogy, and this is Nesta and Cassian's story, but I believe we still get to see some of our characters, and I am dying to know. I've heard super amazing things about this book. I heard that it's super, super steamy, and I'm going to learn to love Nesta and then fall even more in love with Cassian. So I'm super, super pumped about this one. Let me know in the down box below if you'd like to see a vlog of this one. I have done a vlog on A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I will link them down below for you guys. But let me know if you'd like to see it on this one. So, yay. I'm gonna kind of set the books here, see if they'll actually like stay. We'll lay it flat. How's that? That'll work. All right. The next 2 books that I will be reading are actually for my read-along, which is the ABCs of Love read-along. If you are not familiar with it, I will link the announcement video here for you and also down below. And what this is this is a series that I found through Amazon and Kindle where they have already created the alphabet challenge. I wanted to do the alphabet challenge this year, and I wanted to do them in solely romance books. So I thought I would vet the books out so I get some really good ones, because I had some lemons last year and I found this series already created and I thought it sounded really, really cool. It was 26 different authors. The tropes span the gambit. So there is something in here for everyone. And we've already had our first live show of A and B. A was kind of a dud, but I enjoyed B. And so I'm hopefully this month I will enjoy the installments. And we are working with C and D this month. And that is Comfort by Megan Matthews and Delectable by Emily Robertson. And this is what they look like. And this is also the graphic that my co-host, Jen over the Book Refuge, created. She is my co-host for this read-along. Now, we will be having a live show on both of these books on February 25th at 7:30 on my channel. And the sign-up sheet for the panel is actually linked down in the down box below. So if you'd like to participate with us and read these books along and actually want to do part of the live show, we have, I believe, 4 spots left, because I believe Becky, who signed on last month, wanted to do it again. I'm not 100% sure, but there are spots available if you'd like to sign up. So it is down below, along with the reading schedule for the entire read-along. Now, the tropes for these books, Comfort is a second chance, romantic suspense, and rom-com. I'm a sucker for a second chance romance because I can't make that shit work in real life. I never fucking could. I don't know how people do. So I love second chances because of that reason. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And Delectable tropes are single dad and forced proximity. And since I married a single dad, obviously I like them. And I need to state that if Delectable has nothing to do with food, I might be a little pissed because I'm hoping there's some food in this one. I really do. But again, that live show is going to be February 25th at 7:30 on my channel here. So mark it in your calendars if you guys like to join us. And if you don't want to read the books and you just want to come and party with us, the more the merrier. Now, I will be briefly discussing these books in my weekly wrap-ups, but most of my discussion points will be saved for that live show. Just a heads up. All right, so next is my book club books. So the first book club I have is I have a personal book club with some of my group of friends called the Red Witch and Bitchin' Book Club. And last month we read a Ruby Dixon book, but we didn't have the book picked out before I did my TBR. That's why you didn't see it. This month we are at top of our game and we've got the book, and it's this guy. This is Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I read this book a long time ago. I don't even think I remember what this book's about, but I do know it is YA. And I believe it's the first installment to a quartet. So I'm excited to revisit it and see if anything's stuck, because I barely remember anything about this book. Like, hardly anything. But it was years, and I read this when it like first came out years and years and years ago. And I know this was kind of popular on BookTube years and years ago, so we'll see. But this is our installment for the Red Witch and Bitchin' Book Club this month. The next book that I have to read for a book club is the Smut Club, which is a online book club that is hosted by Cheyenne over at That Tall Book Girl and McKay over Oh Hey It's McKay. I'll link both of them down in the down box below. And the installment for this month is Dirty Crazy Bad by Siobhan Davis. This is the first installment to a duology, and I'm not gonna lie, when they announced it, I was a little depressed because I read The Sainthood Boys of Lowell High by Siobhan Davis. And did I enjoy it? Yes. Did I hate the heroine? Yeah. She started to grow on me by the end, but it took 3 fucking books for me to like the bitch. 3. I like the guys in it. So I'm going in this with a grain of salt. I'm hoping that with it being a different series, that it will give a different feel or what have you. So I'm hoping for a better turnout and a better representation of Siobhan Davis's writing. I do not know anything else about this book. I don't know if it's a reverse harem. I don't know what the tropes are. I know nothing about this. I just know it's the first installment to a duology. And Siobhan Davis in the Boys of Lowell High Sainthood series, the smut scenes were dope. Bitch can write a sex scene. So I think she'll bring the smut. It's just everything else that I'm a little worried about. So I'm I'm gonna cross my fingers. We're gonna give this a chance. We're gonna give her a chance. I didn't dislike Siobhan Davis's Boys of Lowell High series. I just wasn't the biggest fan of her heroines. So, yep. The next book I have is for the Buzzword Challenge, which is hosted by Books and Lala, and I'll link her channel down below. And what she did is she created a list of buzzwords that you can design your whole TBR around, or you can just pick one word and one book and pick that to match the buzzword. I decided to do the one book. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't touch this challenge in January. I didn't do it, but I'm still planning on picking up those books sometime this year. So I'm just gonna it's just being put on the side. Just being put on the side. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. But this month's buzzword was verbs. So I picked, and since it was Valentine's Day, I wanted something romantic, and I had one. And that is Dating Dr. Dill, a novel. Love Has Met Its Match by Nisha Sharman. This was one of my book of the month picks in, let me see, March of 2022. So I've had this on my shelf for quite a while. From the brief review about what it is a girl whose aunts get involved in her love life and set her up on a date with like this Dr. Dill, who is sort of like a Dr. Phil, like a TV doctor, talk show type thing. And, you know, things happen. That's what I got. Like, I knew what this was about when I picked it, but I don't really remember now. But I wanted something very reminiscent of Valentine's Day, and I think this book kind of just screams Valentine's Day. I mean, don't you? I mean, look at it. It's pink. It's got like heart-shaped chairs and gorgeous cartoon people on the covers. Yes. So here's my buzzword book for the month, and I am showing some love to my book of the month shelf because it's getting kind of full. It's getting kind of full. So we're showing some love. Let's show the love. Now, my free choice books. These are books that I'm just feeling, that I'm feeling good about, and when I look at it, I'm like, bingo, you're mine tonight. You are mine. And the first one is Francine Rivers' A Voice in the Wind, Mark of the Lion, Book 1. This is the first installment to the Mark of the Lions trilogy, and this is one of the series that I wanted to start this year. I will link my series of 2023 video here and in the down box below, where I go over all my series that I'm going to start, continue, and what I want to finish. And this is one of them I wanted to start. This has been on my shelf since 2016 when I bought it. I read Francine Rivers' Redeeming Love years ago, and I just devoured it. I think I read it in like 2-something sittings, and I've also repurchased the book multiple times because I keep losing the copies or loaning them out to people because it's a fantastic book and I never get them back. I'm not bitter about it. That's just the way I feel. I'm not bitter about it at all. Anyway, so when I posted that series video, there was a comment, and I do not remember who posted the comment. I will link her in the bottom below. She said that this series is phenomenal, and if I loved Redeeming Love, I'm going to devour this. So I'm going to take the dive. I'm going to finally do it. It's been on my shelf for years, so we're going to finally do it. We're going to show my older books some love. Like I said, this whole TBR is surrounded around love. Whether the romance books or I'm just loving my shelves, you know. However, this, I'm just going to read you a little quote on the back because I don't really actually know what this book's about. I did a long, long time ago. Torn by her love for a handsome aristocrat, a young slave girl clings to her faith in the living God for deliverance from the forces of a decadent Rome. Sounds yummy. I'm excited. I am excited. All right. The next book I am choosing to pick up this month is because I want to show some love to people who have shown love to me. At Christmas, I received a package from Santa, and I have yet to find out who Santa is. They have yet to come forward. So if you are Santa, thank you, because I am picking up The Bride of the Quartz King by Emily Shore this month. I put both of your books in front of my daughter and I said, which one? and she picked this one because it was more reminiscent of Hades, and she thought, he's one of my faves, let's do it. So I will be reading this month as well. I'm just going to read you the back. So this is the first installment to Twisted Myths, book 1. I don't know how many books are in this series, but I will have you on my throne and worship you like the goddess you are. Flowers have followed Isla Adara her whole life. Things are no different in the city of the dead. After volunteering to be the bride of the Corpse King to save her family, Isla sets a course to woo the god of death, from seducing him with her corpse roses to accepting his mark of death. Isla must keep him from reaping her soul. With death in his cursed form, the Corpse King, Alistair, I fucking love that name. I do. I love that name. Meets his match with Isla and her passion. It isn't long before his feeble heart falls for the girl who eats forbidden fruit and grows roses and thorns from her flesh. But could she truly tempt death and break their land's curse? For fans of A Touch of Darkness comes a dark and rapturous fantasy retelling starring a brooding and tortured Corpse King and a heroine strong enough to conquer the god of death. I think I'm gonna have a good month. I really do. I'm excited about this one. So if you are the person that gifted this to me, thank you so much. Instant message me if you want. Find me on Instagram. My contact stuff is all in the down box below. And let me know so I can properly thank you, because I have a feeling I'm going to love this. All right. The next book I have here is also showing more love to my book of the month shelf. I wanted another kind of romance, and I had this bad boy. This is The Lifestyle by Taylor Hahn. This was my book of the month pick in June of 2022, and this is about swingers. We are all about the love here over here, people. We are all about it, whatever form you have it in. So I'm kind of excited about this because I've never read a book about swingers. This will be my first swinging book. So it's kind of like popping my cherry. Excited. I'm excited. Yeah, it's about swingers. Like, I don't really know what to tell you that. So, yeah, we're gonna have a good time with this one. I feel like we're gonna have a really good time with this one. And the last book that is of my own free choosing, last year in February, I, as a joke for my book club, my Red Witch and Book Club, read Ice Planet Barbarians. And we made a huge fucking thing about it. We had a party with blue candy and blue Slurpees, and it was our buddy Cassie's birthday, so my friend Shayla made her a little 3D printed blue peen as a keychain, and I'm still waiting for mine. Shayla, still waiting. Thanks. Anyway, so I thought it was only fitting that a year later, I decided to continue with the series. So Ruby Dixon's Barbarian Alien, the sequel to Ice Planet Barbarians. This installment, we follow, what was her name? Liz and Rahush. We meet Liz in the first installment, and I'm pretty sure we meet Rahush. Liz is the archer. I remember her character, and I remember being told by the rest of my book club, because after Ice Planet Barbarians, all those bitches carried on. They read to book 5 or 6 or whatever, 7. I just kind of sat here stagnant. So they all said that I would really like her. I remember them telling me that I would be more resonating with her as a character than I was with Georgie. So we're gonna find out, but I'm coming back in the world. I thought it was fitting that I did it in February of last year. Might as well do it this year. And this is the stunning new edition covers. I love these new edition covers. I think they're gorgeous. Okay, I do have one carryover book from January that I forgot to mention in the beginning, and that is the Zodiac Academy. I have started this and I will be continuing it. So this is a carryover for me for the month, and you will still be seeing a vlog of this, so keep your eyes posted for that one. I also have my secret vlog book. I'm looking at it right here. Hint, if you guys are not familiar with that, I am doing a secret vlog where I read one book a month that you don't know about, and I am vlogging it, and then I will be releasing that vlog and kind of mini reviews all in one video of that, but you do have a hint of what the books are about. All the books are connected, not by author, not by subject material, but they're connected to me in some way, shape, or form. And so the hint for the first quarter is that's my name, but that's not me. So you know. And the book for this month did come off of my book of the month shelf. So gives you another hint. If you are a member of Book of the Month, you can go look at their backlogs and see if maybe it can kind of direct you in that way. Now, for the last book of my TBR that I don't know anything about, that is my viewer recommendation jar. So I mentioned that I wanted to start doing viewer recommendations. So I had all of you guys give me recommendations. I have a recommendations form in my down box below. It is active. Load it up, people. Load it up. I had such a good experience with my first recommendation of January, which was Bait by Jade West, recommended by Ashton over at Ashton Reads. Fucking phenomenal. And the cool thing about this book also is that you will get a full book review for it as well because you recommended it to me. So I have all the recommendations that I've received up to date in this jar, and we're just going to draw one out and we're going to find out what else I'm going to be reading, people. I'm super excited. I know all the recommendations because I've seen them, so I've read all the paperwork, but I just don't know which one I'm going to be grabbing. And there's some on that list that I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm nervous. The Resurrectionists by E.B. Hudspeth. Okay, so I have printed off the paperwork, the form that you guys actually filled out because there's information on there. So let's find out what this one is about. Okay, so The Resurrectionist by E.B. Hudspeth. Looks like it's a standalone. Historical fiction. Ooh, one of my favorite genres. Tropes, we have a crazy doctor. Horror, I guess, unique layout. Interesting. Oh, this is recommended by Becky over at Becky X Reads. Hey, Becky, I'm reading one of yours. Ooh, this ought to be good because we have a lot of similar tastes. So I'm excited. And let's see, did she leave me any extra comments? Your comments on this rec, fast read and weird. Well, I'm okay with that. So, yep, The Resurrectionist by E.B. Hudspeth will be my viewer recommendation book of the month, and you'll be seeing a full book review on that as well. And it looks like this. I'm excited. I'm excited. I got some historical fiction on there too, so I have 2 historical fictions on here. That's awesome. So let's do the little, look at this. Look at this. Oh my God, it's already done for me. Oh my God, people, yes. See, I'm learning this booktube thing. Aren't you so proud of me? I am. Anyway, here's my TBR minus the books that I don't physically have copies of right now, and then my hidden book. So I will see you guys all soon with another video, and keep your eyes out for all those reviews, and have a good one. And if you are spending up Valentine's Day alone, that's okay. Love yourself. If you're spending with someone special, tell them hi for me, because you guys are special to me, and I want your special people to know that I love you just as much as they do. Bye, guys.